I had just been evicted from an apartment that I lived in, and I was living out of my car. I came across a flyer that was on the community board.
Well, I was going to Berkeley, and I guess it's a bit of a cliche, but I was living in a co-op, and somebody I was living with at the time mentioned it.
My friends, they were doing a lot better than me. They were fucking rich kids, and they all said, hey, we're gonna go to Burning Man. I was in the middle of the playa, and I started to have a huge panic attack. What the fuck was I doing with myself? I spent all my fucking money. I'm out here in the middle of the desert. I've lost my friends. And that's when I saw him. It was if he was walking out of the sun towards me. And he just took my face in his hands. He said, you're home. I just started crying.
When I met Osiris, he gave me an overwhelming feeling of safety, which I hadn't felt before, and that was like very nice and very meaningful for me. And he made me feel like I belonged somewhere.
You could see that he'd gone through a lot of pain. Like, I felt like something had hit him once upon a time. Something about him, like he had been through so much that his heart was just open.
Yeah, I could see how it would seem weird that he was recruiting younger people. A running joke was that he was Santa Claus, actually, so.
And he just kind of embraced everybody that kind of came through his door. I thought, how can I be like him?
So I drive up, and suddenly there's people walking around in like light garb. There's animals running around.
I mean, we had all kinds of animals there. It was almost like a wildlife refuge. Pheasants and cockatoos, and there were llamas, alpacas.
When I first got there, it was a lot different than what I was used to. I mean, it looked like summer camp kind of, but with this Egyptian theme going on.
It was a bit of a culture shock, you know? I mean, I lived in a high-rise and then I went to living in essentially like a yurt, which is unusual, right? Because they're like Egyptian or whatever. They were like very confused, I felt. What is your brand here, really?
Of course, by the time I got there, most of the lodgings were already filled up, so I was sleeping out of my car. That was a small price to pay, I think, to get out of the rat race and be part of this community.
On the first day, we got to pick our own names. Like, there was this big book of Egyptian names, like gods and stuff. I am like the youngest child of 5. There's this god Horus. I picked Horus. He was the youngest of the first 4 Egyptian gods. And I was like, close enough, you know? So I picked that one.
So I thought the Egyptian stuff was kind of cool. You know, I didn't get super involved in it. I got that it was Osiris's thing.
They'd rediscovered what the Egyptians knew. And I mean, they built the pyramids like thousands of years ago, and like they clearly like knew stuff.
I think Egyptian culture is for everyone. I think, you know, he just happens to be white.
We'd often get up and do, you know, like a 10-minute kind of meditation prayer.
There were jam sessions that would go on, it felt like for days.
You know, a lot of us guys were contractors before we came to the collective. And one day, Father took us out to this barn, this old barn in the center of the property that wasn't really being used anymore. And he said, gentlemen, today we're gonna build the family tomb. And we gutted that place, and we built it out into this amazing ancient Egyptian tomb. It might sound a little bit creepy to build the place where you're eventually going to be buried. If you come to the collective to be part of it, you're presumably gonna die there too, right? And I think we had all made peace with that.
When I was with the Osiris Collective, I worked as our outreach specialist. So I'd go to different college campuses. I went to different co-ops. When I look back at the photos and the videos that we did for those outreach campaigns, I'm just smiling. I look so happy. And I mean, clearly I was happy there for a lot of the time that I was there, but toward the end, that's definitely not how I felt. And I almost don't recognize that person.
Father Osiris shows up to the commune, right? And there's this guy behind him, and I'm just like, who's that guy? You know, like, what's his deal?
So when he first introduced Anubis, it wasn't really remarkable to me at the time. He kind of fit in at first.
Anubis was someone who you kind of heard about before you saw him, because he spent all of his time with Father Osiris. So people would just start talking about there's this new guy, Anubis, almost like they were kind of scared to talk about him.
It felt kind of secretive, like when you went over to them, they kind of paused their conversation, so it felt like you were intruding. So you never really felt welcome to hang out with them when they were together.
And it's all of a sudden, it's just like Anubis this and Anubis that, and spending all his time with it. You know, it's like, hey, we're your children, right?
You know, he had all these radical ideas that he slowly started to kind of expound upon over some time, but I never really, he kind of rubbed me the wrong way. He brought a sense of tension that wasn't really there before, so I never really liked him.
The collective never had a hierarchy. It never had cliques. That all changed. If you weren't on Anubis's side, you quickly became a pariah. He just wielded so much influence over Father.
The exclusivity was weird, you know? Like it hadn't felt that way before.
Yeah, we all have our jobs, and he had all the jobs apparently, and I feel like he started putting his fingers in all the pies, and he just like fucked all the pies. But I didn't know who was with him and who wasn't with him, and it was a dangerous kind of like line to walk.
He would go around and give people orders and then just act like he was the most important person in the room, even though he had literally just gotten there.
He definitely kind of propositioned some of my friends, and like proposition's weird to say when, you know, he's like so close to the leader.
There was always drug use in the collective, but when Anubis came, it was more pervasive. It was constant, and it was just different.
He'd turn around, he'd grab me by my shirt, he lifted me up like a foot off the ground, and he was like, what are you, a little baby? Are you a little tiny baby? And I mean, for whatever reason, like I just started weeping.
I think when Anubis showed up, it was the beginning of the end in a lot of ways.
Father Osiris meant the world to us, and I couldn't handle it at first when I found out.
People were just all rushing into the main hall, and I ran in there, and everyone at that point knew that Father Osiris was gone.
Yeah, I was there when he died. I mean, not when he died. Only Anubis was there.
He and Osiris are going off on one of their jaunts up to Mount Shasta, and then Anubis comes down, and everyone's like, what's going on? What's going on? Where's Osiris? Anubis says, oh, he died, and his like final words were that he's the leader. Like, what?
Yeah, that seemed suspicious, to put it lightly.
A bunch of us organized a little search party. We kind of went behind Anubis's back to do that, to bring Father's body back down, you know, to bury him in the tomb like he would have wanted. We looked on Shasta for days, and we didn't find a body.
I just cried because I couldn't believe that he would leave everything to this dark man.
It wasn't the same place. Everywhere I went, I felt like I had a knot in my stomach, and I was like, when was the last time this has been a good place to be? And then I left.
Which to me was like, oh, this is exactly like the kind of environment that I left.
I can't be here. I don't want to be here. So I left.
I had left everything behind, so I had nothing to go back to, right? But this was no longer my home.
What about you? What is your interest in all of this?
So people keep asking me why I'm making this documentary. And I've been trying to keep my personal life out of this. But the truth is, as a documentarian, I think the ethical thing to do is to be fully transparent about my connection to the Osiris Collective. This is Maddie. We started dating in college and immediately had a connection. And I know, young love, we all have our different opinions, but this was special. We really had a connection. I was head over heels for her. And then one day, she dumped me. Said she was going north to join this thing called the Osiris Collective. I was shattered. Totally caught me off guard. And she was gone. I couldn't get a hold of her. But, eventually I graduated, got over it, moved on, met Sarah, started dating, and eventually got married. And things were great for a while. But then 7 years later, I get this email. And it's from Maddie. And it says she misses me. And she's been thinking about me. And she's still at the collective. I guess has been working on her feelings with some guy named Anubis. It was a big deal. I mean, I won't say that's what got between Sarah and me, but this totally changed everything. So I sent an email back. And I got a bounce back. I guess the account was deleted. And I haven't heard anything since then. But, as cheesy as it may sound, I can't stop thinking about her. So, I thought this might be a prank, but it definitely isn't. So it says, "Are you ready, Keith?" And then it goes on to say that it's Anubis from the Osiris Collective, and he's heard I've been asking about him, and he's watching my work on YouTube. And then he says he's inviting me. He's inviting me to bring my camera and my vision to the Osiris Collective, where everything is happening, all caps. This just totally blows my mind. And then, and then he included like a photo of himself, I guess to prove it's him or something. I don't really understand that. But that is all to say, I think I'm going north. Been on the road about 3 or 4 hours now, and I'm making my way north to the Osiris Collective. It's totally weird that I'm saying that. I really never thought this project would actually take me there. I'm curious to meet Anubis. I'm interested to see what he's like. I've been exchanging emails, but he's not the type of person you can quite pinpoint. From the interviews, and from everything I've read, it seems like there should be about a few dozen people still at the collective. I'll be interested to hear their stories. Curious too, of course, if Maddie's still there. I guess she goes by Mott now, which is kind of a weird name, but that's, I guess everybody gets Egyptian names when they join the collective. Some sort of theological Egyptian, I don't know. But, I don't know. Maybe she'll be there.
haven't been able to reach anybody. Most of the people I know have left by now. There's a couple of people that I'm worried about that are there. But yeah, I can't reach them. I don't know how anymore. I mean, all ways that I know of communicating have been kind of cut off, and I hope they're doing okay.
Off the freeway. It's apparently about another 10 miles or so down this road, but getting closer. So this is the compound. Where is everybody? Here goes nothing. There's like a bunch of cars here. There's a bunch of fucking birds everywhere. This is weird. And I hope this hasn't been a big fucking waste of time. Wait, what's that? Oh. Shit, that's a person. Hello? Hello? Hi, hello? Hello? Anubis?
Keith?
Hey. Hey. Anubis.
You found me.
Yeah, I guess I did. Sorry, did I wake you up?
No, it's all good. What time is it?
I guess it's like 2 o'clock?
What day?
Sunday, May 24th?
Are you filming right now?
Yeah, sorry, is that okay? I had mentioned in my email I was hoping to do some filming.
It's great.
Okay.
You're gonna tell the real story. The truth.
Cool. Okay. All right, this is just crazy. I've heard so much about you, and yet to meet you in person is like pretty wild right now.
I hope you've heard good things. I haven't had a visitor here in a while. This is cool.
So you're the only one here?
Right now. Kind of like it's like a down season for us right now.
Okay.
But I think this summer we're gonna have a lot of people coming in, so it's a good time for me to kind of step back, relax,
All right.
It's good.
I hear you.
Good.
I hear you.
So you came from LA?
Yeah. Long drive.
A little different here than LA.
Yeah, you could say that again. You could say
I
that.
spent a lot of time in LA.
You do spend a lot of time in LA?
Not anymore.
Oh.
I haven't left here for years.
This is like quite the big property.
It's special, I feel like I can really get away. from the real world, you know?
Yeah, but you're right here by the interstate too. Is that like distracting at all, or? Okay. Yes! Oh, it's a mushroom.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
It's more than a mushroom. Oh my God. Well, we're gonna need that for later.
Anubis oftentimes like would actually walk through the commune and like put people in their place, you know, like stop doing that, you're never gonna do that again. You follow me to my room, that kind of stuff. And I was just like, man, this guy is a boss.
These are the abodes. This weekend, it's all yours.
Wow. Wow, this is pretty nice.
If you need anything, you can find me. Or ask little Anubis with that.
Oh, okay.
A little tour, bedroom.
Okay.
California King. Jacuzzi tub.
Okay.
Kitchen. Nothing crazy. Table, fridge, stovetop, but we'll be covering your food, so don't worry about that.
Wait, so I'm sorry. Are there other people here, or is it just us right now?
Right now, it's just us. But yeah, people are always coming and going. It's very, you know, very free.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'd really like to get this interview going, if you don't mind.
I thought this was the interview.
Oh, I mean, I guess it would be better maybe if like we did like a sit-down interview where we just.
Sure, of course.
Okay. So what I was thinking is maybe like over here we could set you up, maybe kind of by this window or in this chair over here.
You wanna get that going?
Well, sure. Yeah, I could set that. What do you? All right. I guess it'll be a drinking interview.
It's a celebration, right?
All right. Let's see. Okay. That.
Maybe I'm interviewing you.
Oh. Yeah, that's fine. It's just kind of an expensive camera, but that's totally fine.
Here, you look uncomfortable. You take it.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so yeah, I think if we set you up like sitting right here, will that be fine? And then I'll just kind of get this set on a mounted tripod or something.
You're the director. Tell me what to do.
Okay.
I've got nothing to hide.
Great. Okay. Let's do this. Woo! All right. Very good.
Freshman year in college, I was involved in a startup that made me millions of dollars. This was before streaming porn had a monopoly, and it was kind of the Wild West. JizzTube.
Like sort of like a porn website?
I'm not ashamed.
Okay.
It's all natural. It's all natural. After the success of JizzTube, I realized how miserable being wealthy and successful can make you. I was doing a lot of drugs, and I was doing more drugs to counteract those drugs. And these were not spiritual seeking psychedelic drugs, these were hard drugs. Oh yeah. I hit rock bottom. I needed to find answers that I was not finding in money and sex and drugs. I was living in San Francisco. I started driving down to Esalen almost every weekend. I was going to a conference. It was put on by kind of a new writer. He was promoting the idea that even a small amount of psychedelic mushrooms was damaging, could cause psychosis, and that this movement needed to be stopped, just like any movement behind psychedelics has always been stopped. On the panel was Osiris, and in the middle of this fucking bullshit doctor's speech, Osiris just starts laughing, like a bellowing from the gut, like a god laugh. And he goes, "Sounds to me like you're afraid of experiencing life in its entirety." Osiris explains to him, "The light and the dark are an equal part of our lives. And if you're choosing to stay out of the dark, you're hiding from it. The light is just hiding from part of our reality, part of who we are. I was like, yes, yes, yes. And then you had these other guys in the panel. They start getting on Osiris' side, and they're spouting off facts about psychedelic mushrooms, all valid, by the way. And then Osiris starts fighting with them, and he starts saying, I've never microdosed a day in my life. I've macrodosed for the past 10 years, and I've seen the face of fucking God. And everybody just turns on him. It's like bedlam. Everybody's yelling at each other, everybody's fighting, it's crazy. He's going down the steps. I say, Father. And when he sees me, when we lock eyes, it's like he embraces me.
My understanding is everybody here, everybody that was here, gave everything they had to Osiris. And while there was this land that you've been able to live on, and this community I suppose you've been part of, I hear that and I think cult.
Do you smoke marijuana?
No.
Do you think it's illegal and wrong to smoke
It's
marijuana?
fine. That's fine for people to smoke
Okay.
marijuana.
20 years ago, marijuana was not something recreational like this champagne here. It was a drug. Drugs are bad. Scruff McGruff, the drug sniffing dog.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think we're digressing a little bit.
I'm just saying, a cult is a word that people in power use to shut things down that they're afraid of. I think, though, we need to get out of this room. I think we kind of built some tension in here. We need to get out of this room.
Okay, we can do this interview somewhere else, or is that...
I think that's a good idea.
Oh, okay. Well, geez.
Did you bring a swimsuit?
No, actually.
It's not a problem either.
Hey, don't be shy.
Okay, that's plenty. That's plenty.
All
right, thank you.
You know, this place started right after the economic crisis in 2008. Most of the original members were young people. They were displaced, economically speaking. And that's where Father got the idea for the revolution. We all needed to come together. By we, I guess I mean them. I wasn't in the group yet. They all needed to come together, look past their egos, and start finding the answers of how they should live their lives, separate from what we've been taught from birth to do, which is form these very specific false narratives about what it means to be a man and a woman. Do you know who Aleister Crowley is?
No.
The wickedest man in the world. He carried out rites that hadn't been done for centuries, Egyptian rites. He made communication with what he believed to be intelligences. These are intelligences that we can access here on Earth anytime with the use of psychedelics.
So is this what the Osiris Collective believes? Is this kind of thing?
It's a part of our foundation. What we see soberly is only a very small part of what's real and what reality is. I'm just saying, factually speaking, tens of thousands of people have experienced this. I think it's ignorant to assume that it's all an illusion.
Anubis, where is everybody?
I thought we talked about that.
Everything I've heard is that people live here. People don't come and go. There's a sustained community here. Where the fuck are they?
When Father died, as tragic as it was, I took up the mantle. He asked me to. I told everybody.
Was that on Mount Shasta?
Yeah.
What happened?
Fucking powerful shit. We were hiking. This was probably the 10th time me and Osiris had summited Mount Shasta together. We're literally 3 minutes from the top. All I'm feeling is I've got to get there, I got to get to the top. It's obvious that's what you think when you're climbing a mountain for days. And he stops and he goes, isn't it better to appreciate this moment than that moment? And as often happens with Father, I was like, fuck. It makes so much fucking sense. We sat there, we popped a bottle, we started celebrating. I don't think I've ever seen him as happy in my life. I know he lived a long time before I met him, but honestly, he gets up in the dark to go take a piss. We finished 2 bottles of mezcal. I'm guessing he fell down. I'm not entirely sure. I was drunk too. I don't really know, but Personally, I feel like the way he went was right. I think he knew he had peaked at that moment before reaching the peak of the mountain, you know?
How did he die?
I guess, fell down. I really don't know.
Did you see his body?
No, I didn't see his body. But it was clear he wasn't gonna return. You know, I put signs up everywhere. I did my due diligence. Before he died, or whatever, we were talking around a fire and he told me, Anubis, you are my son. My real son. You know what needs to happen. What I've done is all I can do. I need you now to continue to pass on my message. That's what I do every fucking day now.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I think he's on drugs. There's nobody here. He won't tell me where they are. There's at least supposed to be a few dozen people here. Anyways, he's clearly out of his mind. I want to ask about Maddie, but this all seems very delicate. Anyways, I guess the interview continues.
I feel like I was probably like bad-mouthed a lot after I left, and I think there are a lot of people who didn't feel comfortable making contact with me anymore. It sounds like it's just getting weirder and weirder. I'm sure that people who, come to their senses, leave when it's time to leave.
Oh, wow. Is that an albino peacock?
There she goes. She knows what I like. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Aren't the males the ones with the feathers?
Hey, Anubis, I was gonna ask you, did you ever know a girl here named Maddie? What about the name Mott? Does that ring any bells?
Turn off the camera.
What?
Turn it off right now. Is it off?
Yes.
You're sure?
Look, the lens cap is on. What's this about?
Seems to me like an ambush.
So you do know her?
I'm not saying I knew anybody named Maddie, but what the fuck's going on here? This is not what we talked about. What's going on? We were gonna do a fucking interview. What's happening? Is you cornering me?
Because I got an email 6 months ago.
Uh-huh.
From Maddie. Talked about you by name.
How do you know this person? What does that have to do with anything? What the fuck?
I used to date her in college, okay? What's so funny about that?
Oh my god, I'm so tired of this. I didn't think you were one of them.
Okay, what? No,
one of the fucking snakes! Just fucking spouting out lies. These people, these fucking failures that couldn't fucking hack it, and they're crying and they're whining. They were failures to begin with, and look at them now. All they can do is try to bring me fucking down because they couldn't fucking hack it. And you're gonna take their word over mine?
Okay,
Jesus!
Hold on. I'm not taking anybody's word. I'm just filming a documentary. And right now, with the camera off, I'm just asking you, did you know Mott? Did you know Maddie? Did you know somebody who I used to care about?
I'm sorry to say that I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. There's been a lot of women that have come and gone from here. I don't like to brag, but some of them feel like they know me better than I know them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Because of my status. I never knew a Maddie. I never knew a Mott, okay? Please, let's try to move past this. I really can't stay in this vibration for more than a minute or two max.
Okay.
Come here. Let's hug it out.
Come
here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Feels good to get it out, doesn't it? I'm so proud of you, Keith. I think we got this. You're the one. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Okay, it's not too late. I mean, it's golden hour. We can get some really good shots in front of the temple. Peacocks are really fucking stoked.
So
it's time to feed them.
We're doing this still? Doing the
Of
shooting?
course. Come on, buddy. Come on, let's go.
In the collective, it was really common for people to end up getting married. We spent so much time together, you'd meet and you'd make a connection. And there was this one occasion that he came back after one of the weddings and he was acting really weird. It was like he was kind of showing off and flaunting, and some of us realized that he was wearing a ring. And it was kind of clear that he wanted us to ask him about it. And so one of the girls finally asked him, Anubis, what's going on with that ring? Did something happen that we don't know about? And he said, oh, I'm married to the collective. And we didn't really know what to say. So we just said, oh, okay, that's great.
So, I told you about my wedding ring. Tell me about yours.
Well, I'd say I'm married, but
You're married, but
at this point, I'm actually getting divorced, and that's me being very open with you.
I'm really sorry. You know that's hard. Can I take this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I really appreciate you telling me that. I feel like for me this has been a little raw. I've never been interviewed before, so it helps for me to balance the scales just a bit. I'm just wondering, genuinely, what's your angle on our story here? What's the opening of your movie gonna be? What are you gonna tell the audience?
I don't know. I'll be honest, Anubis. I came in thinking I would control this situation and I'd uncover some big conspiracy and, that this would be some sort of sensational interview, documentary. And I was gonna find, I don't know, fucking bodies stacked somewhere or something. Or, Osiris mummified at the top of the temple. I know you're laughing.
No. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Well, no, what I'm trying to say is, Anubis, I get you. And I don't mean that to be simplistic or...
It's okay.
Anything like that. I just mean, I get it. It's just what I always thought it was. It's what it is on the surface.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this is a story about you. This is a personal journey. You lost somebody.
Nobody wants to watch that.
I do. You lost somebody once. You're losing somebody again. That seems compelling to me. Listen, we don't have to do this right now. I needed to know. And I appreciate you being open and vulnerable with me.
Can you turn the camera off?
Okay.
Can you please turn the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe I really am that cliche. Maybe this is a documentary about my own fucked up life, after all. This place is beyond weird. But I don't know, maybe there's something I'm feeling here that I couldn't quite feel in LA. I'm divorced. I don't think I had said it out loud before. This is not the day I expected to have. Although, I'm getting tired of these things. These are everywhere. Hey, so I'm gonna keep filming if that's cool. I just feel like it's what I came here to do. I should just keep going with that.
No, it looks like you're feeling better.
What are you making?
An Anubis. Everybody's gotta have a drink, right? Here, cheers. Yeah, I don't know. I really appreciate you talking with me like you were before. I feel like now we can communicate and just open up a little bit more. I feel like you had maybe negative feelings about some of the things I was saying, about what we believe. Many, many years ago, there was a culture that was building pyramids in accordance with star systems that they couldn't see. I mean, think about that. They were mummifying bodies. They were thinking in ways that, frankly, we can't understand. I feel like now, over the past decade, Father's work, it's been about understanding that, you know, like a textbook tells you mummification is just basically a burial, but we don't actually know that. We don't know what they're trying to accomplish. I mean,
this is pretty good, by the way.
Yeah, it's the real shit.
Okay, but go on. So, okay, mummification. Do you believe in that? Is that like...
Well, the thing is, I believe that everything the Egyptians did held a very powerful and significant role for their culture. And I believe that we don't actually understand what they were trying to do. I think that they were more advanced than we were, honestly. Why would an advanced civilization like Egypt make mummies, and then we come along and we
God. Oh, fuck.
Are you okay?
Here. I'm sorry.
Give me the glass. Give me the glass.
Oh, God.
Here, okay. You need to go lay down. You should go lay down. Come on. Come on, bud. Hey, no, the bedroom.
Oh! Keith! Fuck! Oh!
You need to go to sleep. Come on, you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. You're gonna be all fine. Come on, buddy.
I don't know what's going on. I've been fucking out, asleep for... Fuck, I have no idea. It's night now. Something was in that drink. I am so fucking positive of that. I have the fucking craziest nightmares. Jesus Christ, I don't feel safe right now. And this fucking thing wasn't fucking there before. Okay, so it's been about an hour. I'm feeling better a little bit, but I have no car keys either. They're not here. They're not where I left them. He must have them. That's the only possibility. So the fact is I can hear the interstate. It's about 300 yards. And in any other circumstance, I would say 300 yards is not a big deal, but
I've got a fucking knife. Fuck this, I'm going.
Keith.
Oh god. Oh my fucking god.
The ceremony's about to begin.
What the What the fuck are you doing?
Shh. You're still tripping. Tell me what you saw.
What the Jesus
on.
fucking Christ, are you kidding me? You just
Cheers.
fucking drugged me. No, I'm not gonna
Cheers.
fucking cheers you. I'm not gonna fuck.
You're tripping out.
I'm going right now. I'm leaving.
I don't think it's a good idea. You're on drugs right now.
Yeah.
I could call the police right now and say, "Officer, there's a man on my private property. He's on illegal drugs. I think he's a threat to himself and to society." We're gonna sit down.
The man in fucking blue face paint is gonna tell the police that? And where the fuck are my car keys, by the way?
I have them. Not on me. I know where they are.
You know this is kidnapping, right? This is kidnapping.
Are you a child? Wah!
I'm leaving right now.
Calm down. Can we talk? I have to confess something to you about your ex-girlfriend. Maddie Elizabeth Wagner, born February 13th, 1987.
You knew Maddie! You fucking told me you did not know Maddie!
That was a lie. A little lie. For your own good. You weren't ready yet. Now you're ready. I want to sit in that chair. I want you to sit down in front of me calmly with the wine. You must drink the wine.
You're gonna tell me what you fucking know right now, and I'm leaving after that.
I thought I could show you what we have seen, and that you could then handle the information I want to give you. Apparently, you can't handle that. Maybe you should just leave. You should get out of here right now. Get out.
I want to know what happened to Maddie.
You ready? Should we have better lighting for this?
The lighting is fine.
I want this to match up with what we did.
Tell me what you fucking know about Maddie.
You're so demanding.
What happened to her? Just, you know what? Cut the bullshit. What happened to her?
Me and Osiris chose her. As we chose many, like her, special people, to go on our vision quest up Mount Shasta. She was strong, she was very fit. Halfway up, she got sick. I offered to carry her down. I told Father he could continue up. He could ascend and I would...
How'd she get sick?
Cold weather, she didn't bring the right gear. I don't know how these things happen.
She didn't bring the right gear? Weren't you fucking leading her up there?
I'm not in charge of anybody. I never have been. Yeah. I'm a guide, but I don't tell them what they can or can't bring on a journey. That's their decision. I offered to bring her down. She said no. She elected to continue. She thought she would push through it. We were probably a day away from the peak when it got worse. And now it's my turn to ask you a question.
No, we're not doing that.
What was your vision?
What vision?
You drank exactly what I drank. And God knows I had a vision today. What did you see?
You mean when you drugged me?
If you want to use those terms, yes. When I drugged you, what did you see?
I saw the temple. I was the peacock. The albino peacock. Someone else was there.
Maddie transcended.
Does that mean she died?
Who's to say?
Was her body dead when you left it?
The last I saw, her body transcended on to another plane, to the intelligence that has been informing us all along. I did not see a dead body, or I would tell you that she died. You must drink the wine.
That's it. I've had enough.
me!
Fuck is this?
Oh, fuck. What did you do? What did you do? Oh, God. What did you do?
You let them out.
What do you mean? I let what out?
You let them out.
What the fuck is going on? Anubis! Anubis! Get it together. People need to know. People need to know what happened. Get it together. We're all fucking dead. We're all fucking dead. We're all fucking dead. We're all fucking dead. Anubis. What's the gun for? Shh. Anubis. No. Wait, no. Maddie? 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 Maddie. It was Maddie.
Keith.
There he is. There he is. Look at you. Hey, Keith. I know right now you're probably a little freaked out. That is okay. And I understand. I might be too. Don't worry, everything I gave you is completely natural. There's no reason to be afraid, because frankly, you're paralyzed from the nose down. It'd be best just to relax and accept your destiny. I know what you saw out there was upsetting, and I hate violence more than anybody. Those weren't people. Those were failed experiments that were getting us to you. You are the result of their sacrifice. And together, we're gonna do something so special. When I first met you, I knew there was this guy, this uncarved block, so lost, so much potential that he was just not seeing. With my help, you are going to transcend to another level. I see it in your eyes, you understand. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be so easy.
I don't know if I would do it over again. If I could change anything, I would have left sooner, I think.
We made it. I can't believe we've made it. It feels so good. And it was a lot. That was a lot. But I have no regrets now. I mean, look at where we are. We had to experience some of the more difficult elements of life, which is just another part of life, which I think is beautiful. I think we are 2 days, maybe even a day and a half from the summit. Every day, I feel closer to you. The presence is very palpable. I know this time I did it right. It takes practice, just like everything. But this time, I know it's right. When I was shooting those mummies, I remember you and me about 4 miles from here, shooting our shotguns for the first time. You giving me directions. Stern, but loving. Endlessly patient. Endlessly patient. When I was killing my friends, then my creations, I felt like they were grateful to be a part of something so special. Like they knew that their sacrifice was gonna bring me here back to you, that we're all a part of one whole. It's not just about me, and it's not just about you. And I'd be lying if I said I knew what it was about, but I feel like I can't put it into words, but I know what it is. It was getting dark there for a while. I will not pretend I wasn't afraid. I felt so alone. And then you brought me my new friend, our new friend Keith, who was touched by some sort of inspiration to make a movie about what we've been doing. I knew he was the one. He will be the one. What we're doing is right. I know it. I'm going to take his footage, flawed as it is, and we're going to make something special with it. And through that, people will finally understand what they're so afraid to understand. But if you can tell the story in the right way, nobody will be able to deny what we've done. Keith? Keith, are you doing it?
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Yeah, there's my boy. No. Oh, this way. Come on. There you go. Spit that. Good. Yeah, let it out. We don't need any of that anymore. Look at you. You're so much stronger than you were before. This is a man. This is a man. You've got the father in you. Can you feel him? Sound it out. Come on. Ooh. Yes. 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 You're doing it. It's working.